Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, beautiful Elizabeth is next to me. I'll give you a little rundown. Like we are back at Brick today. We're filming a couple of interviews and pranks and a couple of productions with fashion. So Elizabeth does both. She's an actress and a model, all the way from London. Very young, 20 years old, if I can say that. And the first topic we're going to discuss why Elizabeth chose to be a non-union actress. She's qualifying to be in the union, but maybe another sponsor with $3,000 will assist to move the dial towards the being in the union. But what are the advantages of being actress? Non-union versus a union, because Acanelli, who is behind the scene, actually is in the union, so we can see both perspective. Why non-union?
Well, I mean, the main reason is financially. If I had $3,000, I would join the union. But the advantages of being non-union is that I can do any gig I like. I can have independence to choose my projects, to meet creatives who are also non-union, to build projects which could go to film festivals or a whole unlimited source of potentials. But I think that's
You come from the artistic family. Your mom and your father is in the union back home in London. What's the advantages of being grown up in a family having parents in the art field?
well, growing up, I mean, I have parents who understand my passion, who always support me in everything I do, who strive for me to make risky choices. And in terms of them being in the union, that's been amazing for them because my dad is 80, my mum is nearly 70, and they have full healthcare and all that jazz from the union. So there are huge benefits of being with the union. So once I get that 3G, I'll be in the union.
Okay, mom and dad. She looks like Elizabeth wants to get it on her own rather than asking for help from parents. My second question is, obviously you guys heard that I have an accent and uh, Elizabeth has. I wouldn't say an accent, but she's from London, so she speaks British English, and I speak like a broken Brooklynese Russian English here, American English, I would say. What is the advantage of coming to be an actress in New York versus Hollywood? You can go to Atlanta or you can stay back home in London. What are the gigs that you can land here in New York? Why New York?
So why not is my first answer. Everyone wants to come to New York City. It's just the dream, the American dream is here. I moved here because as a British actress in Britain, cool. But as a British actress here, it's the first thing people say. Like, wow, you're British. Oh my God, we have to get you involved purely based on my accent. So that's a huge win for me. But I love New York. I think that there's just the hustle here is real. People every day are working so hard. In London, yes, too, but I don't know. It's that's my home. I want to be in New York where I don't know. New York is amazing. I never want to move back.
So you're saying the accent is something that helps you, like can you do other accents like a Wales or like a different parts of London? Like you mentioned that you spoke French, or like is that?
Oui, je parle français. My accent is quite good. Oui, that's it.
Um, as far as being a model and actress, at some point you might kind of get bored of just being just in front of the camera, and you might want to go behind the scene, like become a producer. What it takes, like what kind of ideas and traits you pick up? Like you mentioned that you already did your own first show. Like, can you talk about a little bit about that?
Yes, with pleasure. So when I was producing, I did the Vagina Monologues by Eve Ensler, the play, and doing that whole process made me respect the whole process of doing anything artistic to be on time, to be prepared, to just flaky actors. just to put the whole thing together is so difficult. My show wasn't on any large scale. There was probably like 100 seats in the theatre, but just to organize that, it required so much time and energy. So now I really just respect every project I do, because I know that there's so much hard work required to do anything, and especially the budgeting. I managed to get my theatre space for free. I managed to get my rehearsal studio for free. The tickets were donation based.
Where did you produce?
I did it at the Producers Club and 44th Street, which is off Broadway. But hey, it's near Broadway, so that's cool.
There is another theater that my friend Akanele and I really enjoy. It's called the Tank Theater, and they also have you heard of them? It's free also, and they have two theaters there, so you can. So it's basically they will give you all the proceeds. So you only let's say they have 100 seats at one place and 65 the other place. So let's say you sell tickets for $50 or $100 a ticket, they will take 3% for themselves. So you 3%. So you don't pay anything for the insurance. You don't pay anything for the location for the theater. They actually sell tickets for you. They do, and they have ushers and they have all the work, and it's like funded by the. That's it, and you get it. There are certain requirements. Let's say it has to be a new play. If you already played somewhere, it cannot be played. They have a very like Anna Holloway is one of the decision makers, and there are a lot of famous people on the board. So they choose who gets to use the theater for free and who's not. So you have to be cool in order to book it. But if you have interesting idea, you can pitch, and that's something that we can play there.
I'm gonna look at that now. That sounds like a great thing. The Tank Theatre.
The Tank Theatre, yes. Any closing remarks in terms of, let's say people want, my audience would be interested, maybe talk to you and work with you as a model. You have red hair and you're tall and you have your accent, so you have so many, check marks that every designer and like a screenplay would want to have in their production. How folks can reach out to you? Do you have what's your Instagram? How people can reach out to you?
Well, my Instagram is Cleone Hoopland. That's spelled CleoneHopland. I'm very active on that. Facebook, not really. So Instagram is the way to go. Yeah.
Guys, check it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.